Day 4 of the 54th World Economic Forum is drawing to a close. The annual gathering of government and business leaders will wrap up tomorrow. Business editor Xolani Mbanjwa is live for us in Davos, Switzerland, with a wrap of the events. Xolani, thank you so much for your time. Now, the Israeli President Isaac Herzog says Israel's war with Palestine is for the greater global West. Tell us more of what's coming out of Day 4 and what he meant.
Good evening, Masa, here at the 54th World Economic Forum. That Middle East conflict was center stage today as the Israeli president did not mince his words about the fact that they are not going to stop in trying to occupy that strip of land and territory. It is something that has confounded all of the world leaders here at the World Economic Forum, but everyone was expecting some level of pushback from President Herzog, and he did, calling the Palestinians, as you would have heard earlier in the day, a terrorist organization that still is siding with Hamas and all of those unwelcome, he says, unwelcome individuals. So it was something that was interesting as well, that President Herzog of Israel says their most pressing issue is their relationship with Saudi Arabia, which is a key issue for them as Israel when it comes to this issue of the Gaza conflict. It is something that he did not mince his words, digging in his heels, and the peace process that the world is trying to get to in Gaza seems to be drawing away with this address by President Herzog. And it is something interesting to note that Saudi Arabia is now a BRICS Plus member as of the 1st of January. And if it is a BRICS Plus member, what relations or negotiations are going to be taking place, as we know that South Africa's position was taken to the International Court of Justice. So it's been interesting to watch, with some interesting dynamics that are set to come in the months to follow in 2024. But the world here heard from the president what they think about the insurgents in Palestine. This is some of the clips that he had to say here in a 40-minute address at the World Economic Forum.
When we look, and my vision is towards the future, we've tried many alternatives in our dealings with the Palestinians. We tried agreements and we tried unilateral steps. We tried a lot. I think now is the time that the demands also must be presented to the Palestinians to show that they really mean a vision of peace. That requires revamping and reforms in the Palestinian Authority. And we cannot go back to the same good old ritual of fighting Hamas and, God forbid, returning to another round of battle. We have to offer a future both to Israelis and Palestinians, and offer a future that we can live together, that Gaza can be well managed and looks forward to the world, like our agreements in the regional agreements, like the Abraham Accord, have projected real prosperity and a real bright future.
Now, Xolani, the conflict in the Middle East, of course, was expected to take center stage, but a new World Economic Forum report released today also shows that global fintech industry is demonstrating strength and resilience despite an unclear economic outlook. Tell us more.
Yes, indeed, Masa. This is the good news that was shared here at the World Economic Forum in a report that the WEF and the Cambridge University released today, which says that financial technology is advancing at a 50% pace every year. Financial technology, as you'll know, in Africa is something that we do every day. We use digital technology on our phones, on our laptops, in order to transact, in order to pay money, in order to get insurance. All of those, it's not just banks, it's other companies that are providing these fintech services. And the continent of Africa is central to that, because fintech has risen tremendously on the African continent. There is some good news on that front, with jobs being created and working from home still part of the mix. So when it comes to that particular advancement of financial technology, a big part of what is happening in Africa, it is a good story to tell that that part of the sector is still growing.